Welcome to NFL Picks Are In. This is the weekly podcast show where local clueless men try to make predictions about the NFL. Welcome your two hosts, Zach and Ryan.
Welcome to another brand new episode of NFL Picks Are In. Once again, my name is Zach, and I'm joined by my co-host, the beautiful, the toque wearing, because we're Canadian. We're wearing a toque today because it's getting cold out there, bud. Gotta cancel the Bills games. It's so cold. Ryan Barbieri.
Shit, it does sound like me. That's a good one.
Dude, how you doing? You bundled up. You look nice and cozy.
Yeah, feeling all right. Yeah. It's another week of football. Another chop session as we
Yep.
as I say every week. But again, here we are.
Dude, it's freaking Gordon Ramsay's kitchen out there. It's so chop.
It's raw.
Where's the good football games? I don't know, dude. I don't know. All right. Well, I feel a little bit better than previous weeks. I feel like there weren't too many. There's 3 upsets last week. So I think things are shaking out a little bit more clear than they have in previous weeks. Do you feel like that, or are you still like chop?
I mean, yeah, some favorites won, but it wasn't pretty by any sense of the stretch. They eke some of those games out.
Yeah, it's true. Like, it could have been anyone's game. All right. Yeah. I think I'm most upset about the Pats-Jets game. Because it's that was my big take, Jets. And they're so close. Like, they sucked so bad. And their offense got 2.5 inches per game, per play on average. But, the Patriots weren't good either. Like, they just last play.
As we talked about, both teams terrible. Which team's the worst? Like, which team's going to be, who's going to suck more? And naturally, it's in their DNA. It's the Jets. They're going to make one extra bad play.
Right. That was the only punt return for a touchdown of the season. Was it punt return or kick? Oh, punt return. Must have been punt return for a touchdown. First one of the season.
Yeah, it's tough all around for both teams. Imagine being the Jets and imagine taking all those quarterbacks in the first round and just right. Oh, they just suck. And they Wilson's done. That was awful. That's it. But so another one bites the dust.
The latest is that there hasn't been anything confirmed about him being benched, but most likely.
Yeah, he has to be. That's just awful.
And then the press conference, do you see his press conference? It's like, did you let your defense down? He's like, no, I don't think so. 2.5 inches per play seems pretty good to me, baby.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Well, it's Thanksgiving weekend for NFL.
Right.
So we got some games, 3 games on Thursday. Started off with a good old-fashioned. Detroit, Dallas, is it Minnesota? Do they play every Thanksgiving? I know Detroit, Dallas, that seems right.
Yeah.
And is Minnesota, all 3 of them always play?
It almost seems like Minnesota is always there. I know Detroit and Dallas, like you said.
Is that on purpose? Why do they get the Thursday games? Or is it just so happens, the Thanksgiving games?
As is tradition.
All right. Well, let's start it off with Buffalo's at the traditional Detroit Lions. And I think tradition will pose that they will lose. Buffalo's favored by 9.5 points. So, yeah, Detroit getting a win against New York. That was surprising for me. I thought New York.
Yeah, it's just Detroit or the Giants just can't. They don't have offense, right? So if Jared Goff is slinging the QB1 he is, right? It's you can't keep up. But different story with the Bills. I think Josh Allen will keep up fine. So give me the Bills. Detroit sucks. I mean, Buffalo, holding my breath every now and then. I mean,
Mm.
granted, weird week last week. Like they're not playing at home, all that stuff, and they pulled it out pretty no problem. But for a moment, I'm like, oh, what are we gonna get?
Yeah. Yeah, Buffalo definitely can. Josh Allen can have that shakiness. He's not locked it in totally. And playoffs, he's the king of blowing playoffs. But I think every year he's gotten better and better. So yeah, we'll see there. But yeah, I think you can't lock in Detroit like at all here.
No,
Well,
get out of here.
If it's a true Detroit game, they're going to be up in the fourth quarter and you're going to be like, what's happening? And then they'll blow it and Bills will come back. But all right, next game we got 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. The New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas, what a weekend. What a game.
Yeah.
I thought
Dallas
it was
coming
going to
off
be
a
like,
huge win.
yeah, that was going to be close game tight, but no, just blown them out.
Yeah. Now, I have a question, and we're going to pick the Minnesota game next. Is Minnesota the king of the chop chop teams? Like literally the king. They're like, we are going to go all out. We're going to beat Buffalo, and then we're going to get blown out by Dallas. Like,
That's just so Kirk Cousins. Like, so Kirk Cousins. It's unbelievable. Like, are you kidding me? They didn't even put up a fight. Just it's over before it started. Anyway, regardless, I'm going Dallas here. Giants, like I just said, if they're not playing from with the lead, they're screwed because they just run the ball. That's all they can do. If Dallas is up by 10, it's over. So that's it.
both these teams have the same record. They're both 7-3.
That's true. You can't argue with facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock in Dallas as well. Although like it wouldn't be the craziest thing for me to see the Giants win here. I think Dallas hasn't secured, just like we're saying Buffalo can be a little shaky. I think Dallas can be a little shaky as well. But they're playing solid football. Giants are playing okay to good football. So Dallas should pull out the win here. That's lock that in. Okay, this next game is really weird. Patriots at Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are favored, but 2.5 points.
That is disrespectful. 2.5 points at home, like against the Pats. Did you see the Pats versus Jets?
Right.
Like, okay, I guess
That
there's not
line's
enough money on the Pats.
yeah, that line is definitely influenced by last week's game. And I think this goes to say this team is chop chop. Not a lot of confidence betting on Minnesota here with that line. It's like, yeah, they should win, but I'm not confident about it. So how confident are you? Are you going to pick them or?
Well, I'm pretty confident in Minnesota. Thing with the Pats, like I said last week, their defense is good. Special teams are decent. Their offense is just like we need the other quarterback to score points for us. Like we need them to throw an interception, a pick six, or a fumble into a touchdown. That's what we need. We need the other quarterback to help us because ours ain't helping, right? So, I don't want anything to do with the Pats, like especially on the road. Thanksgiving, no, thank you. I think Minnesota pretty handily takes this.
Right. Yeah, I mean they're a Thanksgiving team, so lock it in. I'll definitely lock in Minnesota, but man, they're just I don't know what's going on with them. They're just weird. They got so much talent because like Kurt, them and same with 49ers, solid every position except quarterback. It's just like get a good quarterback in there, and
they
then
should
like
do a swap, see what happens.
right,
Life swap.
make a reality TV show while you're at it. Quarterback swap.
Honestly,
I don't know what they're talking about. They're all coming in telling me to clean my room. I feel like that's every family. It is like he's mom telling me to eat healthy. She don't know what this is.
That's so funny, actually. Wow.
All right. Okay, Sunday morning, we got Denver Broncos at the Carolina Panthers. Broncos favored by 2.5 points.
This is a good question. Broncos, Carolina. What's the line? Sorry, who's favored? Broncos?
Mm-hmm. 2.5 points.
I'm actually speechless. I have no idea who to pick. They're both so bad. This is
Yeah.
this is the 2022, this is the game. This is everything we've come to love about the season. Just disappointment on both sides. And what can be better? I don't know. I really don't know, Zach. What do you think here?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if both teams played their best, Denver should win. They got some talent. Carolina's trying to just scrape together a season. Like they've already made that clear. They don't have a lot of pieces there, but they're making some. They can move the ball. They're making some things happen. So I mean, like if both teams come out and play, Broncos should win. I bet. But again, yeah, I
Yeah, I
who
don't know.
knows?
I don't
I'm
know.
just gonna lock in Broncos, and because they're favored, I'll just stick with that. That's really the only reason. I have no conviction over either team whatsoever. So
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. Like, sorry, I was saying I have some technical difficulties here.
that's okay. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this game like betting wise with a 10-foot pole. Zero any stat line about this game just makes me scared. Like if it's Russell Wilson's like over under passing yards or touchdown, it's like who knows? Like
Yeah, I mean the Panthers 3 points last week, Broncos 16. I guess that's simple enough, right?
right.
Russell Wilson, he's won a game before, so I guess that counts for something. So,
I
mean
mean
the Broncos?
they've both won 3 games. Like they have the same record basically.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know. Ugh.
Yeah. All right. Well, lock in Broncos. If you want to go Panthers, go for it. Sounds good. I think at this point, I'm emotionally hedging a lot of my bets. Where if at the end of the week, am I going to be upset if I got it wrong? If I pick the Panthers and then go for the underdog and I get it wrong, I'm going to feel kind of dumb. If I pick Broncos and I get it wrong, I'll feel okay because it's just like the favorite. Okay, just give me chalk, sure,
Right,
and just
right.
right or wrong, I'll feel fine about it. That's why. Only reason here. I'm just like an emotional wreck, so that's most of my strategy in picking.
Love it.
All right, next game: Atlanta Falcons at the Washington Commanders. Commies favored by 4.5 points.
This is a tough one, but I'm gonna roll with the Heineke magic. I think he's just gonna keep the roll going. A beautiful replacement for Fitzmagic. Just like Heineke gets,
Right.
it seems to be a theme every year. He gets like a few hot weeks. And like Heineke, like a few years ago was in the playoffs, and now it's middle of the season. So I think they might. Are they gonna make the playoffs? How far out is that?
We're 6 weeks, 7 weeks out. So like 6 games left people are looking at. Yeah, so I mean teams are definitely looking ahead at playoffs here. Yeah, I agree. Like Heineke is actually making some moves, actually making some stuff happen. And so I'm just pulling up. The Commanders are last in their division.
Yeah,
So
wild card. I mean, it's in play. Like we could have 4 NFC East teams. That would be incredible.
that's sad. If all at 4 NFC East teams, what kind of world would we live in? Like if you looked a couple years ago, yeah, one year's the Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders. And a couple years ago, you'd say, "Who are the Commanders?" And we'd say, "We're from the future." They changed their name,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
I
four are in the hunt. So anyway, I'm gonna lock in comments here. Sorry to cut you off.
no, I'm just reminiscing about the days when the NFC West, when everyone expected all four of those teams to make the playoffs.
Good
Oh,
times.
the
Good
turntables
times.
have turned. Can we talk? I sent you a thing about the Bucks. So Tom Brady's gonna, like, I forget who's talking, but it's like, okay, Brady's gonna make the playoffs, and then it's like, who does he play? Like Seattle, like Geno
Right.
Smith
Right.
comes and then he wins.
Yeah.
Like this guy could go to the Super Bowl and win. Like that's all he's got
Oh,
now. So like,
honestly.
I wanted after I saw that, I was like, yeah, like playing out the playoffs, like Tom Brady first round playoffs, like yeah, that says a lot. Second round playoffs, like okay, and then
Yeah.
if championship rounds, it's like he's got the Brady magic, man. He can make anything happen at that point.
Totally. But this is what's gonna happen though. He has no wife, no money thanks to FTX. And that's got no playoffs. Like it's just the perfect season for Tom Brady. He's going over 3.
Or the other narrative, he has nothing else to lose at this point,
Right.
and he's
Yeah.
like, that would
Totally.
be. I kind of feel bad for the guy. I'd be okay if he won another Super Bowl and then retired.
Yeah, it's like, oh, sorry. Hey, sorry, buddy. Have
Yeah.
another one.
At least you're like on a not just like on another level, the GOAT of football, like on another level. Like you're
Right.
2 tiers removed, the GOAT. That's what that
Right.
would
Yeah.
say.
You've ascended sport. You're now a different like echelon of human being.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be sweet to see. Like
I love it.
like 650 million dollars. It's like, yeah, you can have a Super Bowl. All right, this is fun. Okay, are you're gonna lock in the Commanders?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Comrades.
go with you there on that chalk. Atlanta, yeah, maybe, but again, I'm just emotionally hedging my bets here. Give me the favorite. That's a pretty good line. 4.5. It's a healthy line.
Yeah, that's some respect on the Comrades. Like Atlanta's been playing okay.
Yeah, they can move the ball. All right, this next game is easy. Houston at Miami. Miami favored by 12.5 points.
Houston sucks. No, thank you. Give
Yeah.
me Miami. That's it.
Yeah. Not the biggest line of the week, though. I'm excited to tell you that
Ooh.
line of the week. This is gonna be fun to talk about in a couple minutes here. Okay, yeah, lock in Miami, no questions. Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans. Cincy favored by 1.5 points.
This is a tough game because Cincy's execution has been pretty shaky the past, I don't know, the whole season really. And I really don't trust them.
Yeah.
Tennessee, kind of the same thing we said last week, right? They're just gonna keep the game in front of them. They're not gonna let other people beat them. They're just gonna not make mistakes, control the clock. Like Vrabel's a genius at this. He just like drills the team. They keep it simple, and they know what they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel confident picking Cincinnati here. I'll tell you that. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning Tennessee. I mean, beating Green Bay isn't the greatest feat, but they weren't favored last week.
Mm-hmm.
Came out with a solid win against Green Bay. This is like the Tennessee Titans from like 3 years ago. Like they are consistent in this. Like just like feed Henry the Rock, like control the ball and get points. And if you aren't like ready to stop him and make moves on offense, like, and I'll just say with that consistent gameplay in a season like this of a bunch of chop teams, it gives me even more confidence because it's like at least you are consistent in what you're doing. Yeah, a good team could come and beat you in that, but these teams that are like good one week and then bad one week and make all these plays and inconsistent and all this stuff, it's like I like consistency. And I think I talked myself into Tennessee.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna join you, Z. I think I think this is Derrick Henry's victory lap. I think it's like, hey man, hey pal, one last round around the block,
Yeah.
and then it's time to take you out back. Send you to the farm. If you know what I mean.
Right. We're just gonna make some dog food out of you.
Yeah. And because I think like this is kind of it. I think after this season, it's time to abandon ship. Maybe it's one more year after this, but I think this is kind of the last hurrah. And you know what? I'm here for it. Give me
Right.
the Titans.
You know what? Remember the Titans. I'm gonna remember to lock in the Titans this week.
That was sick.
Chicago Bears at the New York Jets. Jets favored by 4.5 points.
Whoa.
I like it.
Jeez.
I like that spread. I like the Jets. Lock it in. I'm just gonna say it. I'm still hype on the Jets train.
You're all about the Jets. The Jets. The problem with the Jets is the quarterback situation. Like, did you not
Right.
see last week? I mean, yeah, Pat's defense pretty good, but just what's going on? I need to see some clarity there. Although I do agree, I think the Jets are actually like frisky and they're actually pretty good. But
the only way that Chicago's going to do anything here is like Justin Fields has been a little bit better with the ball. He's been scrambling a little bit more. He's been able to move it. But Jets D is going to shut this down completely. Like they don't have much to stand on. They can make moves happen, but I would just say Jets D is a competent defense, and Chicago's going to have a hard time to move the ball against that. And I'm thinking, I'm putting my hope that Jets will sort out the quarterback situation a little bit, actually be able to move the ball, and that's so I'm banking on that.
Okay, I'll fade you. I'm gonna go Bears just because I need to see the Jets be able to put up points. I don't know. I think Chicago will be able to put up like 24, 28, and I got to see the Jets do that first. So I'm gonna go Bears.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Chicago doesn't put up 28 points because then they're gonna win for sure. For sure, I'm thinking like a 14-10 kind of game.
Okay, so, nice and ugly. Just how I like
it. 14-10. Yeah, you can get. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Tampa Bay at Cleveland Browns. Tampa Bay favored by 3.5 points.
This is kind of tough. I mean, Browns.
They can
run the ball.
Yeah.
And well, the big thing that's going against the Bucks is they have Tom Brady. It's just not his year, as we talked about. Yeah, so it's tough. Zach, what do you think?
I'm gonna lock in Tampa Bay here. Like, yeah, Cleveland, they can run the ball, but that's about it. Everything else is. I mean, Brady's still Brady. He can move the ball. He knows football. He's shown that he is capable still in this position. And they're coming off a bye week. I like that for Brady's old brittle bones. I really like that for their whole team. A bye week, they're going to come off rejuvenated, ready to go. And I think they're still at the point where they've lost enough where every game matters. They're not at like a sleeper. They're not looking ahead at any games. It's like, no, every game matters. If they were like if they're 7-3 right now, I'd be worried about this game. But they're not 5-5. Every game matters. So I think they're going to come out, give it their all, and beat Cleveland.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay. I think this happened first year with Brady. Pretty like kind of a shit show before the bye week, and after the bye week, they kind of fixed what was going on. I think they'll happen again, but maybe like you said, he did some rejuvenation. Maybe he did some rejuvenation out in Germany. I don't know.
Ooh.
Just saying it out there. But yeah, give me the Bucks.
All right, this line is interesting. Baltimore at Jacksonville. Baltimore favored by 3.5 points.
Yeah, I mean, Jacksonville's frisky. Baltimore has just been like injury galore, and just not Lamar's year. Should have took the money, but here we are. But yeah, I think you have to go Baltimore. Like, like what are we? You can't take Jacksonville here. I mean, yeah, maybe for the points, maybe, but like not outright. Yeah, not much else to add there.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely putting a little respect on Jacksonville's name here, which I like. But yeah, I don't see Jacksonville pulling a win here at all. Baltimore's, I think it feels like they're getting better and better each week. Like, it's like, okay, this is the Baltimore we wanted like 3 years ago. Kind of like, I mean, the league skill went down and like they only went up a little bit. So it's like evening out. But Baltimore, yeah, lock it in. Okay. Los Angeles Chargers at the Arizona Cardinals. Carolina, what am I talking about? Chargers at Cardinals. Chargers favored by 4.5 points.
Arizona's so bad. Kyler Murray, awful. But like we said last week,
decent,
amazing. Like we said last week, Chargers just always play KC hard. They always play them tight. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is kind of I lost yet again, but maybe start of some momentum building after a good performance. Kind of just build on some things that were done well. Perfect opponent to do that. Fade the Cardinals at all times.
Yeah, they're not looking good. I don't know if Murray's gonna be out or in. I don't know who I'd want. Like, I feel like Cole McCoy's doing okay. He's doing some things. Like, maybe keep him in.
Best QB in the div, besides from
Yeah. Yeah, lock in Chargers. I mean, I could see Cardinals winning here. They got I like their team, but yeah.
No, they're old, man. They're just like, I don't know. It's just a weird team.
Yeah.
Hopkins I don't like good. The leadership. Hopkins, yeah, he's good, but like he's wrong side of 30, about to be anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me the Chargers.
Dude, he's like Larry Fitzgerald 2.0.
Honestly.
He's gonna play for like 5 more years and still be good every year.
That'd be legit.
On a bad team. Okay, Las Vegas Raiders at the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 3.5 points.
I hate the Raiders, man. Did I say that before? I can never pick them.
Hey, ever. Say it again.
I hate the Raiders. I pick them, they lose. I don't pick them, they win. It's been like that the entire season. So, but I'm gonna keep rolling Seahawks off the bye. They're looking pretty good. Weird game in Germany, I guess. It could off to a coin flip because overseas last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Seattle. Hopefully they can keep it going. But maybe Vegas found something the last couple weeks. Maybe I don't know. I have to see it like at least for 2 more years to believe that.
Yeah. Seattle's moving. They're rolling. They're coming off a bye week. Only good thing about Vegas is Devontae Adams. Like, and he's just got nothing else around him. Like, he can catch the ball, he can run a bit, but Carr's not throwing him much. So, yeah, Seattle should. I feel like they should roll here a bit. I'd be excited to watch that. Okay, New Orleans at San Francisco. And San Francisco is favored by 9.5 points.
Yeah, give me San Fran. Saints are just brutal. You know what's been brutal? Michael Thomas. Like, is that guy like 30 now? He's played like 2 years. Like, he just brutal, man.
Right. Like, just his total years of playing has been.
Yeah, it's been probably like 20. He's probably played like 26 games in 7 years.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the Saints rolled the Rams, and that Actually, sorry, they were within a score of the Rams, which
Mhm.
means they're absolute trash.
Yeah,
They're like
honestly,
they're playing little league. They're playing flag football out here.
yeah, it's not
And
looking good, bro.
San Fran plays real football. So
Yeah, look out.
yeah. All right. Now here's the game I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back a couple years, 3, 4 years. I don't know exactly. And we got primetime Sunday night football. We got the
I know
LA
where this is going.
Rams at the Kansas City Chiefs. We got Jared Goff, Patrick Mahomes. We got arguably the greatest game of all time. Both teams scoring over 50 points. 3 defensive touchdowns. We got the same matchup this week. I think it was flexed out of the primetime spot. And we got the Kansas City Chiefs. LA at Kansas City. Kansas City favored by, I would say, a very modest 14 and a half points. Oh, how the
guess 50.
turntables have turned. Yeah.
How much would you pay to have Jared Goff back? You personally, how much would you pay?
I don't know, about 250. I mean, I would like us to have probably a first round draft pick. Feels really good about now when I look
Yeah,
to
I
the
know,
future.
right?
Yeah.
Oh
No,
man.
I mean the Super Bowl is worth like the next few
Yeah.
years.
It's worth at least 20 years, right?
Yeah.
20 years of uncompetitive wasteland.
Yeah.
Hmm?
The Rams, Matthew Stafford's in concussion protocol again. They just released Darrell Henderson. Which I'm a little sad about, honestly. Unless we pick up Melvin Gordon.
Melvin.
I don't know why that would be any better, but I guess I don't really know what the Rams are doing, but it's fine. Just losing. Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs, lock of the week. What if we get a great game here?
44-42.
Yeah. What's it better? It's like 60 to 58 or something.
Wow.
This is like
Just incredible. Wow. I wish. I hope the Rams win. This is like I would love nothing more. The biggest upset in the history of upsets.
it would make it would make picking next week so frustrating though. You'd be like, what did we just see? Like,
oh man. Why even play Mahomes? Just give him a rest. Hey, just don't come to work this
honestly,
week.
that's legit.
You can play the first quarter. That's it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, especially against Aaron Donald. Like the guy wants to eat you alive. Like literally put in a literal straw man, and it just let. Okay, primetime football, Sunday night, Green Bay Packers at Philadelphia Eagles. Philly favored by 6.5 points.
This is a tough one. I mean, Green Bay looked pretty good against the them boys. Looked pretty bad last week. Philly looked pretty bad against Indy. Although Indy, maybe a new coach is a savior, and they're actually decent. I don't know. What do you think? What do you got?
I mean, I've been trashing Philly since all season. And I definitely think a few weeks ago I was looking ahead at this game and be like, okay, this is the one. If Philly was 10-0, this would be the game. I would like circle it, lock it in. Philly's 9-1, so they've come off their undefeatedness. They're not going to beat Miami's undefeated record yet, so Miami's still safe.
Pop that champagne, boys.
Yeah, the 79 Dolphins. I don't know what year it was. But Green Bay, yeah, after last week's performance, like they just don't have much there. You know, it's like Jones can run a bit. He's okay. Whenever I watch Green Bay and I just will see 4 or 5 perfectly thrown balls into the hands of a receiver and they just drop it. Like, it happens a comical amount. And then, like, I don't know how Aaron Rodgers doesn't go out back and end his life. Like, honestly, he's like, what am I doing here?
Well, the spirals are too fast, so they hurt their hands, right? So, like, ow.
Too fast.
Yeah.
Roger. Yeah, I'm gonna lock in Philly here. I think Green Bay does have a chance. This could be a game that you pick, but I'm just have looked ahead. I'm going all chalk this week.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, you can't go Green Bay based off last week, and especially since they're away. Philly's at home. They can, they're a decent, solid football team, and I like that against the Green Bay Packers 7 days a week, right? So fading the Packers. Give me Philly.
All right, we got Monday Night Football, Pittsburgh at Indianapolis. I'll just say Pittsburgh is now, they're not, I don't know if they're not so horrible. I'll just say they're a team that I think about the least in the league. Like, they're not comically the best like Houston, where it's like, who's the worst team? Houston.
Right.
Pittsburgh's like really bad, and I don't want to think about them at all. And I don't think they're ever going to win, but I just also like don't even want to give them enough energy to hate on them. They're just there, and I don't want to think about them at all.
Yeah, they're just kind of gross. It's like, you're just kind of, no thanks, I agree with that take. They're just kind of a very malaise feeling, like, I'm good.
I mean, I'm going to lock in the Colts here.
Yeah, man. Jeff Saturday, best coach of all time. Yes or no? True or false?
It's true. I also heard he said that Pittsburgh is trash, so they're going to win.
Amen, brother.
What do you think about the score for this game?
I'm thinking I'm going to go 35.
35. The line's 38.5. Yeah, definitely feeling under. I'm just going to go 38. Right under that line. Picks are in. Picks are in. Okay. You want to look at the leaderboard here?
Nope.
Come on.
All right, let's do it.
Come on. We got it. The people want it. All right. Pulling up the score from last week. We got Yak Man coming in first. Yes, that is similar to my name. That's my pops. Coming in first.
Attaboy.
Jessica coming in second. How'd she do that? And Turkey's pick makers and Luke's premium picks. Oh, Luke, number one fan, Luke. We're so glad we're up there. And I didn't do too bad. 10-4.
Oh, not bad for an old geezer.
And yeah, an old geezer. And 9-5.
Yeah,
I've moved up to mid tier. 92 picks right, and you've not caught me. 11 behind me.
Yeah, I think I'm screwed here. I'm pretty far back.
And all season we still got Nikki 9-door in first, but Turkey's pick makers has caught up over C. McNichol.
Come on, Turk.
3 wins behind with 104. So Turkey's pick makers, who's Adam, we're cheering for you.
Come on,
we want to dethrone Nikki. That's it. Any other thoughts?
No, Z, nothing at all.
Good job, everyone. All right, we're getting week 12. We're getting there. The narratives are starting to become clearer over the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to really lock in some some contenders. We're gonna really eliminate. No one's officially been eliminated, have they?
I feel like I should be.
All right,
Let's be honest.
you're out. Anything else?
That's it, Z. That's all she wrote.
You still like watching football?
Yeah, it's all right. Football's good.
I'm really excited for San Fran. I'm going big
Yeah.
San Fran. I'm cheering.
Yeah,
San
you
Fran
kind of
now.
like took off your Rams jersey, underneath it was a 49ers jersey the whole time.
Yeah. Who's your
Congrats.
favorite team? Who's not your favorite here? What's a team that you're like, if they're playing somebody, not the Patriots, that you're like, yeah, I like this. I'll watch this. You're
Well, I
into
mean
it.
Seahawks for sure.
Okay, the Hawkers.
Um,
Like just in general, are like I'm thinking like this year. Like
or like just this year. Yeah, Seahawks in general, like obviously.
Yeah.
This year, yeah, San Fran's always interesting. Chargers, like the Chargers, like Herbert.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, there's no like team that's really just has my attention, aside from the usual suspects, right? You have KC, Buffalo, Cowboys. Like it's all like the same list of teams, right?
Right.
So, what about you? You got obviously Niners. Anyone else?
I mean, yeah, I like I definitely watch the Bills and Kansas City. They're kind of frustrating to watch because you're like, oh, like Chargers were up on them. It's like, yeah, well, Mahomes is gonna throw it to Kelsey. And then like it's like kind of frustrating. You're like,
right.
I would say Minnesota's got my eye because like they got lots of great talent, but you never know what they're gonna do. So it's like, oh, they could suck. So it's like kind of fun to watch.
That is fun, yeah.
Yeah. They don't, it's not just like Kansas City where it's like, oh, it's frustrating because you're so good. Where Minnesota's like, they should be really good.
Right,
But like we might see an amazing like Jefferson pick, like catch, or they get 3 points. Like this is fun. Like let's see what goes on here. Like
yeah,
there's so many weapons, but
that's true.
Points.
That's pretty good. Yeah, 3 points. Are you kidding me? Oh,
but I like them. Like they're cool. All right, fun. Well, let us know what you think by writing a letter to us and mailing it to us, and we will read it out on the pod. Hope that you're enjoying watching football, and we'll see you next week. Bye.